It's that time again. Round 4 of the Bank Box Battle Series with pennies. Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and that's right. Round 4, here we go. Every bank has won a round so far. Unfortunately, B of A had such a bad round last round, they're in dead last. So we're going to kick it off with them. Second place is Chase, losing to Wells Fargo by only a point. Only a point. So we'll go with them second. And then the leader of the pack is Wells Fargo. Every bank has had a rough box. 12.5 B of A, a 14 at Chase, and a 12.5 at Wells Fargo. But Wells Fargo has had 2 good boxes in a row, which has allowed them to hold a slight advantage. That being said, since we're kicking off with B of A, and it's the box with the holes on the bottom, I already saw that it was circulated pennies, so we get to do a live opening for you guys and see if we have any enters on top. Now I'll tell you, it didn't look promising on the bottom. I saw a lot of shield back cents in there, and I didn't see anything fancy schmancy, and just like the top, I don't see anything screaming, I'm awesome. Still, you never know what's inside until you get inside. So, we're going to go ahead and get inside some rolls right now. And as always, I'll loop you in if there's something worth showing. Roll number 4, B of A is going to get us started somewhat earlier than they usually do. It's a 1945 on the nose. Looks like it was glued to an album as well. But it's a 45 wheat penny, and had it not had the gunk on the back, strikes pretty good. 40s wheatie in the box. Roll number 5. We've got our second wheat penny, and that's already half as many as its last box. This one's in the 50s though. 53 Denver, but still, too early on. We'll take it. I figured I would bring you in for this roll here because it's the last roll of the box, and we have not found another wheat penny since roll 5, if you can believe it. My world record worst box is 3, and I've done that a dozen or so times. I've never finished a box with 2. So I felt like, you know what? Let's either set a new record live, or let's tie my record and bring you along so that at least it's not as bad as I thought. Not a bad amount of copper in this one. It's been short on copper lately. Anyway, we're going to bring you in for a quick hunt. I'll sort for errors and varieties here in a minute, but we're just going to look to see if there's a wheat penny. And it looks like we may have set a new record. I'll be back after I hunt this roll with this wrap up, if you can call it that. Well, there you have it. 50 rolls, 2 wheat pennies. You saw them early. 45 plain, a 53 Denver. Got those in the first 5 rolls. We end up with 2 59s like in roll 44 and a 69S in like roll 46. We had nothing for like 40 rolls. I couldn't believe it. It's official. That is now my worst wheatie box I've ever hunted, and my worst finds box. All right, back to back bad Bank of America boxes, and that was from the same bank that I got both those boxes from. We won't be going there for a while. Chase, please make my night better by showing me what a wheat penny looks like again. Well, we just cracked open roll number 1, and literally the third penny down is a Canadian. It's only a 1999, but it feels good to have something in the box early on, and I just started. We're on roll 11, and we're finally going to find our first wheat penny. It is just a 53 out of Denver, but feels good to find one. And I don't know what's going on with my boxes lately, but definitely having a wheat penny production that is slowing down. So probably good if I get maybe outside of my area for the next Battle of the Banks, assuming we don't have good boxes. I don't know yet, but 11 rolls in, first wheat penny, definitely not a great start, and especially after that B of A box, Man, we just want to see some Wheaties. Or some Indians, or some Airs. Alright, let's get back at it. We're on roll number 18, and we're going to have our second wheat penny, and this one's facing me. It's a 42 Denver. So that makes 2. Can we find some more? Roll 24 is going to yield us the second Canadian of the box. It's a 1987. Roll 26, we're going to have wheat penny number 3. And this time, I get to reveal it. Looks like it's in really good shape, which is why it's a 52S. Beautiful. Take a 52S in this condition. It's got a little bit of toning too and some of the original luster. All right. Roll number 28. I'm a little excited because this hasn't happened in a while. Wheat penny. Pushed him down. Wheat penny. Let's grab the front one first. Looks fairly new. It's a 48 though, out of Philly. And then this one back here. 42 out of Denver. So good to see a handful of Wheaties right there. Puts us at 5, just over halfway in the box. Just picked up roll 32, and we've got a wheat cent ender. Let's see what it is. Wheat penny ender, 1951 out of Denver. Wheat penny number 6. Roll number 37. Gonna have another Canadian penny here. That could be in the 80s. Oh, 72. Wow. I'll take it. Oldest of the foreigns, but still stuck on 6 Wheaties. Roll number 38 is going to give us our 7th wheat penny of the box. Looks pretty good from the back, but it is a 30s. 1938 Philadelphia. Sweet. A pre-40s Wheatie. It had been a while. My Battle of the Bank series, I don't get them very often. It's good to see one. Can we get another? Roll 41. Wheat penny number 8. Pretty chewed up. And I think it's a 55 Denver. It is. 55 Denver. Man, this thing is toast. But still another wheat penny. And we'll take it all day. Roll 42. Facing us is another wheat penny. This one's been cleaned, I believe. I think it's a 42. Possibly an S. Maybe it's a D. Maybe it's just damage. It might just be damage. Could be a 42D, but I think it's just a 42. Either way, wheat penny number 9. Roll number 43, and we're going to have another wheat penny. I get to reveal it. And this one is a little bit older, in the 40s. 1945. Looks like it might be San Francisco as well. Nope. 45D. Wheat penny number 10. So we finished hunting that chase box of pennies, and even though it started slow, it ended up being a pretty good box. We did get double-digit wheat pennies with 10. We also found a nice 1938 pre-40s wheat penny that'll score a few extra points. 3 foreigns, 159D only, and skunked on the 69Ss. So not a great box. Wells Fargo can definitely beat it, but at least we got double-digit wheat pennies, and I even got a 1968S, first one of the first 2 boxes, and I have a subscriber that wants one, so I'm pulling it aside for them. That being said, let's get this Wells Fargo box cracked open, start hunting, and see if we can score big. First roll of the Wells Fargo box, sorting out the copper, and I've got the back of a wheat penny here. And dare I say it looks old? I get a lot of 40s like this, but this one just looks old to me. Like I said, I get a lot in the 40s like this. And it's a 44S. Was hoping it might be a 44D so I could check it for the 44D over S. But we're on the board in the first roll. So I guess we'll get back to the hunt. And look at that. A 1959 Denver. And hope we find some more. Roll number 3. Caught the back of an old Canadian here, or older I should say. 75. We'll take it. Now we got a 59, a foreign, and a Wheatie. Just grabbed roll 5, and it's a wheat cent ender. Looks pretty good, so it's probably more modern. I'll tell you, roll 4, didn't film it, but pretty nice 1960D. It's a large date, not a small date, and it's not the DDO, but still a nice find. All right, let's see what year this one is. Wheat cent ender. Beautiful 57D. Roll number 6, I just laid it out, but I felt and saw it was shorted, and there is something in here that's little, and I think it's a dime. It is a chewed up dime, but a 9-cent dime in profit. Roll number 10, and I think it's a wheat penny. My old eyes are failing me. It is. It is a 1945. I could tell by the strike it was going to be old, but I couldn't quite tell, especially by the toning. 1945. That's 3 wheat pennies already in the first 10 rolls. Roll 14 is going to give us our 4th wheat penny. It was facing me. It's a nice 1941. Guess we'll check it for any doubling, just in case. I don't see any doubling. But it's a 41 wheat penny, and it's the oldest of the box. Roll 15 is going to yield another Canadian. It's not quite a young head, but it's a 68. Hunting roll 17, and I slid some down, exposed a wheat penny. Figured I would bring you guys in for it. Ooh, it's a 55 Philly. Don't see those too often. But it's not going to be the awesome 55 double die verse. It almost looks like there's something with that, and it could just be part of the strike that's screwed up. And it looks like there's something above the G in God. Let me take a closer look at this, and if I notice anything worth talking about, I'll bring you back in. It's just a nice 55 Philadelphia. Still fun to find one. I don't see them too often. And we have 5 wheat pennies so far in the first 17 rolls. Grabbed roll 30 out of the box, laid it down, and we got a wheat penny here. So let's see what it is. A 1944 from Philly. Roll 33 is going to give us a dandy. Check this out. We've got a date and a nice die cut air. That's a nice one, and you know it's a legit one because on the reverse it struck weak on cent right here, as you can see, because there was die crack. It didn't get a full strike on the reverse, so we will take that all day. That is my first major die cut air I have found in all my penny boxes, and I'm happy to have it. What a beauty. 1980. Very nice. Put that up there with the miscellaneous finds. I also pulled out this really cool toner. Lots of rainbow effects on it. 2006. Makes me happy. All right, let's get back to the hunt. Roll 35. We're going to have finally our 7th wheat penny. Got the reverse showing. Could it be old? It's a 45D out of Denver. Got a pretty nice 1973 Denver here. Whenever I get a very nice coin, it has kind of a funky look to it, or even just a very nice coin overall, I like to take a look, and if you look at it, it looks like it's kind of concave or the rim's really sharp. But anyway, I was checking it out, and I put it on the reverse, and take a look at this. We got some extra metal there as well. So that's not supposed to be there. We'll be pulling that aside. It's a minor one, but it's there. Roll 36. Maybe we got a little hot spot here because I just picked it up. Thought it was a 69 for some reason, but it's a 49 Denver, and it's a wheat penny, and that's number 8 of the box. We're on roll 39. Just laid it out. I see a wheat penny. This is going to be number 9 of the box. It's another 45. This one's an S though. 1945 S. So we finished the third and final box of the battle round, and it was Wells Fargo. We got stuck on 9 wheat pennies. Nothing that old as usual. We did find a 41. That's the oldest of the box. We did end up finding a pretty cool toner, as well as a beautiful 1980 die cut. Love it. And then die chip, or whatever you want to call it, extra metal. We did have a little bit of extra metal on the back of this wheat penny. I don't know if they call that a die chip, but either way, I'm keeping it. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to cause an error for scoring because it's so minor, but you don't see it every day. We also got a dime, 2 Canadians, 3 59s, 1 nice looking cent here, 1960, not the small date, and 2 69S's, about what I usually find if I'm lucky, and of course, no DDOs. Next step is to plug all these finds into the stat sheet and make it official, but I believe Wells Fargo is going to win this round. Let's find out. So we've plugged them into the stat sheet, and as expected, Wells Fargo won that round. Obviously, having an error of variety helped a lot, but even without that, it was almost better than the chase box anyway, which did come in second, and then a measly 4.5 points for B of A, who's got a lot of work ahead of them if they're going to catch up. They're only about half of what Wells Fargo is through 4 boxes. We're not even halfway there yet, so there's a long way still to go. But right now, Wells Fargo is running away with it. Again, it's always awesome finding a nice die cut 1980 with a date. I'll take it. And then I went ahead and sleeved this one up. I think it's just a die chip more than anything, but it's a beautiful 1973 Decent, and it does have a die chip below the Memorial Building, which is pretty cool. Hopefully you're enjoying Battle of the Banks Series 2. This was round 4. If you are, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching.